そっか。
それって。
Hi everyone, Dizzy Rose here. I hope you are all doing well. In this video, we will be taking a look at our big cat friends, who are the apex land predators of today, along with many other animals like bears, wolves, hyenas, and many more. There are many different types of big cats in our world today, like the fastest land animal, the cheetah, and the cunning leopard who takes on gorillas, the top predator of South America, the jaguar, and the dangerous biggest cat, the Bengal tiger from Asia, and the arguably one of the most recognizable big cat, the lion. All of these animals are beautiful. But what about the big cats back then? They consist of many different species and are much bigger than today's cats. In this particular video, we will discuss my top 10 biggest prehistoric cats that ever lived. Number 10. Amphimachairodus kabir, now known as Adeilosmilus kabir. Adeilosmilus kabir was a genus of large Machairodontine saber-toothed cats that lived in Africa during the Miocene through Pliocene. Machairodus kabir was later reclassified into Amphimachairodus, but this year it was given its own genus, Adeilosmilus, which means something like fearless knife. It would have specialized in large prey and was one of the apex predators where it thrived. The mass of this animal was around 350 kilograms, making it heavier than the average Bengal tiger. At number 9. We actually have two animals, since both are very similar in size: the Natodomeri lion and Eurasian cave lion. The Natodomeri lion is a giant lion specimen with an enormous skull discovered in northwest Kenya. According to the mass estimates, it was the biggest African lion to ever live. It's dated to between 195,000 and 205,000 years ago in the Pleistocene. The skull is remarkable for its very great size, equivalent to the largest cave lions of Pleistocene Eurasia, and much larger than any previously known lion from Africa, living or fossil. It is unsure if these lions lived in prides, but we do know that these giants were tackling large game like modern lions today. The mass of this lion was around 395 kilograms and could even be bigger. Now on to the next lion, the cave lion. Panthera spelaea, commonly known as the cave lion, or less commonly as the steppe lion, is an extinct Panthera species that was native to Eurasia and northwest North America during the Pleistocene epoch, about 340,000 to 12,000 years ago. It is closely related and probably ancestral to the American lion Panthera atrox, and closely resembled living lions. Males appear to have lacked manes, but we will never know for sure. This lion would prey on mammoths, bison, and woolly rhinos. The cave bear and steppe brown bear would most likely be its top competition. The mass of this animal was about 380 kilograms. At number 8. Ngandong tiger. Panthera tigris soloensis, known as the Ngandong tiger, is an extinct subspecies of the modern tiger species. It inhabited the Sundaland region of Indonesia during the Pleistocene epoch, about 195,000 years ago. It was arguably one of the biggest tigers, in which case it would have been heavier than the largest extant tiger subspecies, rendering it among the largest felids known to have ever lived. Only 7 fossils are known, making study of the animal difficult. Like all other tigers, the Ngandong tiger is a carnivore. It prefers hunting large ungulates, such as Javan sambar, common sambar, gaur, and to a lesser extent, also zebu, water buffalo, anoa, babirusa, and banteng. The mass of this beast was about 400 kilograms, and possibly a bigger sizes at 424 kilograms. This is probably the most popular prehistoric cat you guys may think of. At number 7. Panthera atrox, or the American lion. This big cat is an extinct pantheran cat native to North America during the late Pleistocene, from around 130,000 to 12,800 years ago. Genetic evidence suggests that its closest living relative is the lion, Panthera leo, with the American lion representing an offshoot from the lineage of the largely Eurasian cave lion. Panthera atrox had limb bones more robust than those of an African lion, and comparable in robustness to the bones of a brown bear. Also, its limbs were 10% longer than extant African lion in relation to skull length. This lion had one of the strongest bites of any cat, around 1,800 pounds per square inch. American lions likely preyed on deer, horses, camels, tapirs, mammoths, ground sloths, American bison, and other large ungulates. This cat also had many competitors. Smilodon fatalis and the short-faced bear and the pack-hunting Enochian dirus would give it trouble. It is still debatable if the American lion was the biggest lion or even cat. Back then, we had estimates of 523 kilograms for the American lion, but these were overestimates. And as of now, we have smaller weights of 385 to 424 kilograms. At number 6, Machairodus horribilis. Machairodus horribilis belonged to the genus Machairodus of large Machairodontine saber-toothed cats that lived in Europe, Asia, Africa, and North America in the late Miocene of China, 11.6 million to 5.3 million years ago. Unlike Smilodons, the fangs of Machairodus were able to easily fit in its mouth comfortably while being long enough to be effective for stronger bites. This animal likely did not exhibit the predatory behavior of derived taxa such as Smilodon or Homotherium, and instead hunted comparatively smaller preys. Derived predatory behaviors apparently have evolved several times independently in saber-toothed cats, along with changes of habitats and preys through the whole evolutionary history of saber-toothed cats. The size of this big cat was about 405 kilograms. Number 5. Panthera fossilis, or some of us may call it Mosbach lion, but the correct way to call this cat is Panthera fossilis. This lion, an extinct species of cat belonging to the genus Panthera, known from remains found in Eurasia spanning the Middle Pleistocene and possibly into the early Pleistocene, about 700,000 to 340,000 years ago. Many bone fragments of this cat are known from Mosbach in Germany, a small village which is included in the town Wiesbaden today. A nearly complete skull was found at Mauer, near Heidelberg, Germany. This killer hunted hippos, rhinoceroses, straight-tusked elephants, moose, steppe bison, red deer, roe deer, and fallow deer. It is debatable if this cat is bigger than the American lion, since weights shift all the time, but the most known mass for this animal is around 420 to 440 kilograms, but these sizes could change. Number 4. Bornean tiger. The Bornean tiger, or Borneo tiger, is possibly an extinct tiger population that lived on the island of Borneo in prehistoric times. This is the biggest tiger we know of, and some even think this might be the Ngandong tiger. 2 partial bone fragments suggest that the tiger was certainly present in Borneo during the late Pleistocene. The first specimen, reported in 2007, is a metacarpal bone fragment of a young tiger dated to approximately 13,000 years ago. The second specimen, reported in 2021, is a partial mandible of a large tiger, dated to approximately 22,000 years ago. The Borneo tiger is thought to have preyed on ungulate species such as the Bornean bearded pig, the Bornean yellow muntjac, and the sambar deer. The size of this big boy was anywhere between 427 to 470 kilograms, but it is still debatable. Number 3. Smilodon populator. The saber-toothed tiger, some of you may call this giant. Smilodon was one of the last surviving Machairodonts, alongside the distantly related Homotherium. Smilodon lived in the Americas during the Pleistocene epoch, 2.5 million to 10,000 years ago. 3 species are recognized today, like the smallest gracilis and the second biggest fatalis, who is about 300 to 350 kilograms, and the biggest one, populator. The two latter species were probably descended from S. gracilis, which itself probably evolved from Meganterion. Overall, Smilodon was more robustly built than any extant cat, with particularly well-developed forelimbs and exceptionally long upper canine teeth. Its jaw had a bigger gape than that of modern cats, but did lack a strong bite for its size compared to other big cats. Smilodon is thought to have killed its prey by holding it still with its forelimbs and biting it, but it is unclear in what manner the bite itself was delivered. They would have hunted mammoths, bison, and many other animals. Scientists debate whether Smilodon had a social or a solitary lifestyle. The mass of this animal was estimated anywhere between 395 to 436 kilograms. At number 2, Machairodus lahayishupup. Machairodus lahayishupup is a species of saber-toothed cat that lived in North America between 5 and 9 million years ago during the late Miocene. It is the animal from which the subfamily Machairodontinae gets its name and has since become a wastebasket taxon over the years, as many genera of saber-toothed cat have been and are still occasionally lumped into it. This giant was a little more newly described than other big cats. Lahayishupup is actually one of the largest cats, even bigger than the American lion, and even a Smilodon populator at the moment with the specimens we have. Like most large Machairodus, it is specialized in taking down huge prey with its robust build. The mass of this big guy was 427 kilograms, but even a larger specimen would push 465 kilograms. Number 1. Amphimachairodus giganteus. This massive cat lived in the Middle Miocene to Pleistocene in Europe and Asia. Giganteus is the largest species known within the genus Machairodus, and possibly the biggest cat to ever live. It had upper canines and cheek teeth, efficiently adapted for slicing meat. The animal is known mostly from a variety of fragmentary fossils found through Europe and Asia, with the best preserved skulls coming from China. Social behavior is also indeterminable, but may have paralleled that in modern feline species. Machairodus giganteus is associated with faunas typical of an open plain environment and may have had a lifestyle similar to that of a modern lion. Machairodus giganteus could have hunted in large packs or in small groups, maybe mating pairs. The size for this cat is estimated at 470 kilograms. I hope you learned some new animals in my top 10 prehistoric cat video. Like and subscribe for more content.